That's going to be the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride at Epcot Center.
Time to catch the last tram. Headed out to C4 Create 52. So if you'd like to catch that tram, make sure you are at the main entrance before 11 p.m. And if you miss that tram, folks, no worries. You'll just be taking the Heel-Toe Express back to your cars in Create 52 tonight. And driver, you cleared that turn and you can hold. Folks, this is not our stop. We are simply waiting for that other tram to leave the loco. So please remain seated and enjoy a little time off your feet.
Thanksgiving Day 2018. I expect it to be crowded today. Pluto's usually out here, so probably doing a quick break. He usually is there to greet. You can always tell how many people are here by the line for Spaceship Earth. So it's a decent crowd since there's a decent line here for Spaceship Earth. Standby of 60 minutes though, that's more than a decent crowd. Sometimes you just walk on this ride in 5 minutes. One thing that's kind of funny is the AC in those stores is ice cold. It used to be like that for the rides, but they lowered it a little bit. But you walk past them stores, you can feel the AC. Got World Showcase, I guess Futureland, whatever it's called. But the kiosk is up here, and if you haven't gotten your Fast Pass kiosk rides first, which you can do online if you have you buy your tickets in advance, and you can link your Fast Pass rides up to 3. If you're staying at a resort, it's 60 days in advance. If you're not on a resort, it's 30 days in advance. And that's pretty cool to already come in the park and have your Fast Pass rides already signed up for. But it's not too much of an effort to come and do it at a kiosk here. It's just knowing where the kiosks are at. And in this park is pretty easy. There's a Starbucks right in front of us. And you have green and blue. And green has the some more low-key ride. Blue has more of the thrill rides. So you got Imagination with Figment, the Lamb, but you also have Soarin here as well. Soarin's in the land. And there's the blue over there. We'll get over there. But this is where you want to go first. If you haven't gotten your Fast Pass, then you come in here and the kiosk is over here to the right. As you can see that sign up there. I hope you can see it. It says Fast Pass. And there are the kiosks. I'm I'm not really interested on getting on any rides, but just for the point of showing you how it works. Nothing worth getting. You can get it anyway. And it changes from minute to minute. So here you see it's a pretty good crowd. And right in front of us is the land. And inside of the land is the ride, the land, or it's not really a ride, just a slow moving trip. And then you have soarin, but there's also restaurants in there. So it's a good place to kick back, chill out. Now over to the right is the Nemo ride. That's a low, pretty slow moving ride with Nemo. Kind of boring to me, but probably cool for kids and people who like that movie. And then one of my favorites here, Journey to Imagination with Figment. And then they also have a Pixar short film festival here. It's pretty nice, pretty good short Pixar films. So we're gonna make a U-turn out of here. One day I'll come in here when it's not crowded, and I'll show you how to get on all these rides really fast without waiting. And I've done 4 parks in one day. Probably more realistic for most people is to do maybe 2 parks in one day, where you get on the thrill rides, you know, if you don't have a lot of time and you come here to visit. And as you can see now, when we go to the blue section, that's where the thrill rides are going to be. And you got Spaceship Earth Mission Space Test Track straight ahead. People in line to get with the Disney characters. They've done a good job of making them more available over the years. Actually got to meet a young lady who played Minnie Mouse. Very, very nice person. This is one of those days where if you like to buy the food here, you can get a snack or walk around, especially in this park because you have World Showcase and all the lands. I've already got 2 movie tickets because I'm also A+, AMC A+ member, so you get 3 free movies a week. So I'm going to see Creed 2 and Ralph Breaks the Internet. I saw Widows last night. Pretty good movie. So just here today, do a little walking around on Thanksgiving. And haven't shot a video in so long because it's been about 6 months. Because I worked for Disney at that time, and you have to be careful what you shoot when you work for them. Mission Space is another ride that is normally not a long wait, even when the park is crowded, because they have 2 versions of it. One thing Disney has done is they got these Christmas decorations up pretty early, and park looks pretty nice. Eventually I'll get you a shot of Disney Springs. You see it looks pretty nice, decorated for holidays. And here's the other kiosk. So you see both of the sections have a kiosk where you can get your fast passes. That's Mission Space right in front of us. Restrooms are towards the right. And little snack stand that sells pretzels. Pretzels are pretty good, about $7. Hot dogs though, they're like $10. It's kind of overpriced. Usually when Disney charges you a lot, you get a lot, but their hot dogs aren't that much bigger, and you'd be better off getting the bratwurst at Disney Springs. So the restroom is right there to the right. Test Track is also here to the right. And one thing about Test Track is they have a single rider line. So a lot of times, even if it's a long wait time for a standby, which it looks like it's crazy right now, it looks like over 2 hours, the single rider line is 60 minutes, which is still crazy. You can come in here and it'll say 10 minutes, which means you can get right on, you're not even gonna wait. So Test Track is pretty cool, but today's not the day to get on it. And there's the Fast Pass entrance and a standby of 2 hours and 10 minutes. Now, I can't imagine, the only ride I will wait that long for in Disney World now would be Pandora. And even now I wouldn't wait for it because I've been on it a couple of times. So we just take a tour around, and then you'll see Mission Space. Mission Space has 2 different versions of it, and one is a little more volatile than the other. I think one is orange and one is green, but usually because they have 2 different versions, the wait time's not that long. But again, on a day like today, a holiday, it's probably everything in the park's going to be long today. But even on a holiday, one secret to all the parks is if you get in maybe an hour before they close, then you're able to get on a lot of lines. But see, even today, Mission Space, the trip to Mars is 80 minutes, and a trip to Earth, which is the easier ride, is 20 minutes. So that's probably the best you're going to see today for any ride. Now, they're building Guardians of the Galaxy, and they've got the building structure up, so you can see it's going to be huge. But I tried to get a little bit of that coming in. Maybe I'll shoot some of it coming out. But this will be a good day to walk around, burn some calories. It's also one of the days where you check out all the secondary rides. I can hear the Christmas music in the back, so hopefully it doesn't come in too good that YouTube doesn't allow me to put up this video for music copyright violation. But you never know. Disney Springs has a nice, they have a nice Christmas tree forest to go through, and they play Christmas music, and they have snow machines, and I'll try and catch that this year as well. And I had to take that video down, at least one of them, because Mariah Carey's Christmas song was playing in the background. There's a merchandise store. If you get an annual pass, you get 20% off your merchandise and 20% off food. This is a pretty cool looking store here. I was at the Magic Kingdom, one of their merchandise stores, and that's a pretty cool secret. Is it pretty much stretches the whole length of Main Street, and so rather than walking on the crowded Main Street, you can walk through the air-conditioned stores. And not only will you probably get to where you're going faster, you get to walk in the AC. But for some reason today, the AC is not on, and it is warm in here. It was cool this morning, but it's warming up. So I'm not sure if the AC is going to kick on automatically, but it is not on right now. But this is a well-stocked merchandise store with a lot of different selection. Wow, I've never seen that before. Old style Mickey and Minnie. Huh. Alright, off the top of my head, I'll say $40. Oh, they're both together. That means maybe $100. Alright, let's see if we can get a price on this. There we go. Yeah, it's $90. Sorry for the camera work, guys, but it's $90. And this is you can see that one, $149 for these trains. But
see if we can find a guy that
I might come back. Like I said, I'm going to see a couple movies in the afternoon, evening time, actually evening time, and I will not make it out in time for the laser light show, but that is pretty amazing. I think I'll take maybe a stroll through World Showcase or not. I don't know. I think maybe I will. Alright. So you have your ride section. Now there are 2 rides in World Showcase. One is in Mexico, like 3 caballeros. It's a boat ride, has a little cartoon of Donald Duck. It was a propaganda film that Walt Disney made during one of the wars, where for a good portion of the war, his parks were taken over by the military, and they have that ride here, running that cartoon or cartoon with those characters. And you get used to this. People just cutting in front of you. They don't do it as much when you have a camera, but gee, you don't have no camera, you expect to get run over. So over time, you just learn to live with it and move on. And you see a nice Christmas tree. It's a nice Christmas tree here. It's a Christmas tree in front of Contemporary Resort. There is a gingerbread house inside the Grand Floridian, and there's a big Christmas tree, same size as this one, at Disney Springs. All of them are different. The Contemporary Resort Christmas tree is like lit up, made out of like, it looks like plastic and rubber, but it's a really nice looking tree. But they do a good job of getting people in a Christmas/spending mood. So for whatever reason, I always seem to veer to the left when I come in here. And And this is one of the better places to be for the laser light show. That's at 9 o'clock. And you can see the lake there. Pretty great show. Not today. We'll get a version of it. So much merchandising to purchase here. There's the monorail. Hope you got that. There's the Guardian of the Galaxy building. Again, when we leave, I'll try and get video of that. But that's going to be a really big ride. So get a good look at the size of World Showcase. Each land has people that work here from that country, and I think they all have restaurants from that country. And I think it's Norway where they have the other ride. I said there's two rides here. One is Mexico, and then the other, I think, is Norway, but it's the frozen ride, just a boat ride. I'm gonna try and shoot all the way around. I know this camera breaks off at about like 18 minutes, and I'm not sure how long a walk around it is, but we'll find out. You see Christmas decorations up. Now the one place I want to get to is Animal Kingdom at nighttime, Pandora. That land lights up. Yep. Shirt reminiscent of Coco. Got some performers here.
Other goodies, and when it's broken, everything goes around, everybody's gathering around again as much as they can. We're gonna try and bring it together, but whether or not
Gods of the Vikings. Odin and Thor. I heard somebody say it's frozen, so it says frozen line right there, so they're pretty close to each other, both the rides in here.
where are you going now?
China. Never walked in there. Kind of interesting that for all the long wait times, this place is usually packed as well, but it's not too crowded here. I guess it'll pick up, people get hungry because there's a lot of restaurants here. It's supposed to be changing the World Showcase laser light show to where each country has their own individual show. I'm not sure when that's going to take place. Having lived in Germany, certainly recognize that. And beer, pretzels. Oktoberfest. A lot of fun if you can be in Germany and participate in it. Lived in Mannheim and Vilseck. Certainly visited Frankfurt. That's where you normally land. Frankfurt International. And look at this. Some people just can't help it. This place, interesting for Disney security people. See, no shortage of snack stands. My favorite is that fruit popsicle. like a new show. Candlelight Processional Festival Holidays. 5, 6:45, and 8:15. Well, I have to come here and catch that. That looks like it's going to be a fun holiday show. The American Adventure. That's a nice show to cool off. Don't want to get on any rides or wait in line for rides. Montage of American history. As you see, they're pretty well decorated.
We're done with rides.
Wow, it was cool this morning. Felt like about 50, but it's probably up to 70 now. And my guess it was going to be a high about 80, 85. You see some people had their jackets around their waist, some tied around their shoulders. I'm still wearing mine, but I'm gonna have to come out of it soon. And since we went through China, and this looks Asian, I'm gonna guess this is Japan. Walk through there one day, but not today. Today we'll just do a basic walkthrough for all you guys who are used to coming here for vacation. And there we go again. That's the old, I don't see you. And give you a chance to reminisce and see how things have changed since you've been here. Some of these boat rides, if you're staying at a resort, you can easily catch the boats here. Staying at the resort definitely has its advantages. You can catch Disney transportation. You get magic your way, get you in the parks early on some days, late on others.
Hey, let's get a picture with the ball.
Passing a Patriot fan. Sure, a lot of them here in Florida. Some I'm sure have never even been on the East Coast, but that's another story. Let's keep coming. there's a boat coming up. But farther in the background is the Swan Hotel. They got Swan and another one. Can't remember. Dolphin. And they're on Epcot Boulevard. But also, that's a horseshoe-shaped street that has 3 other resorts: beach, yacht, and boardwalk. So, because they're so close, that must be the 3 resorts that you can catch this boat from and get over here. All right.
Look at all the birds.
Well, now you can see the difference in the crowd as when we were back there, as it's picking up. One thing I always notice about people who carry their alcoholic beverages, they carry it like it's a chalice of gold. And I don't think you ever knock that out of anybody's hands. Wow. Not sure what place that is. I guess Great Britain. Guess that'd be a good guess. Telephone booth, pub.
What? No. How are you?
A nice breeze coming in right now. It feels good.
Polar bears? Remember? Polar bears. Yeah.
I was like, is it a different sort of stuff? Because I forgot that. Sorry about that.
I was over here a few days ago to see the laser light show. It's awesome.
Never mind. Don't push my button.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to pick up that music, and I'm going to have to get it out. Canada.
Hey, that's the one good thing about being adopted again.
Oh, we're back to the Christmas tree. All right. There we go.
That's what your mother wants too.
There's another view of Guardians of the Galaxy. At least I hope you get it. Transportation to World Showcase.
I'll be right here.
Here we go. Completed the walk through World Showcase. Back to the Christmas tree. And now I'm gonna head out. I was thinking of going to, there's a monorail. It goes to Contemporary Resort, TTC, which is Ticket Transportation Center, which is entrance to the Magic Kingdom. Goes to Grand Floridian and the Polynesian. Not sure if I'm missing one, but it does circle around those different resorts. As always, you can use Spaceship Earth as your guide or directional guide when you're in here. As the way out. Hardest part to get out of when it closes, if you stay till closing, is the Magic Kingdom. So you want to avoid that if at all possible. But when you're spending a lot of money to vacation here, sometimes you're going to try and take in everything the park has to offer, and that would include the fireworks that's in front of the Magic Kingdom Castle at the end of the day. Now sometimes they still stay open past those fireworks show, but a lot of people choose to leave at that time, and then what you're going to have is a massive backup to catch the monorail and to catch the ferry boat. And those are the ways in. Now, one secret is to walk to the Contemporary and catch the monorail from there, and that'll help you avoid that crowd. And we have our first Saints fan today. Haven't seen them jerseys or fans in a long time. They're mostly Patriots. They're having a good season, so I suspect they'll keep popping up. I walk at a pretty quick pace. I used to do it for a living, working for the post office. And every now and then somebody walks faster, but generally keep a good pace, keep moving, get on the rides, get out, go to the next part. Some people just choose to relax more, nothing wrong with that. Then I like to then stop off. You're going to stop off in gift shops, do it after you've got on the thrill rides. Let's see Spaceship Earth now. Now, it'll be interesting to see what the line is for Spaceship Earth now. It's still crowded. Sometimes it just goes in waves and be a whole bunch of people, and all of a sudden there's nobody. They do have a Disney ride apps. Several websites have them. They're pretty accurate too. So if you're in the park, you got your smartphone, you can use the ride apps to help navigate what rides to get on. So you see it's a pretty good crowd. Wait time 50 minutes. And there's Goofy this time around. He's got on the earmuffs. Okay, as you see, it's a nice little crowd. We can get back to the tram. I was going to avoid the crowd, but I'm not. I'm going to, because I want to get a good shot of the size of the Guardian of the Galaxy. Now, I think I've already seen that the Guardians of the Galaxy ride is built somewhere overseas already. So we get an idea of how big it is. And that's what they did with Lights camera stunt show they had. It was popular overseas. Then they brought it over to Hollywood Studios, and then they stopped it, just like they stopped the Magic movie ride, Catastrophe Mountain. Wow, it's a holiday, so you expect it to be crowded. Let's see, exit there. Now the trams are over that way. Sometimes, and sometimes during the day they're on the other side too. So let's see what we have. And now finally we get the shot I wanted of the structure of Guardians of the Galaxy.
We are headed back out to car parking. Journey, amaze, discover, create. Car parking here at Epcot. Car parking only. We do not service buses, shuttles, taxis, or the monorail. Just car parking. Final boarding call, folks. Anyone else out there like to ride out to your car? No one aboard. Pull down the handle, pull the door towards your left head, watch your step. Empty, fold, and secure all wheelchairs, strollers, umbrellas for placing them on the tram. No lapsing except for smaller children, and this is a courtesy tram. Please, no smoking on board. All right, at this time I'm going to call for no more boarding on this tram. No more boarding.
This is
For your
the
safety, remain seated with the doors closed.
saddest part for a
Keeping
lot of
hands,
people, the end of their
arms, feet,
vacation,
and
when
legs
they
inside while
walk
the
out of the
train is
park.
moving. And supervise your children. Thank you.
Had a good time a lot of times with their children. I would sit next to them, they would tell me they're heading back home and it's 20 degrees or it's a lot of snow out. But they had a good time visiting Florida. I know that feeling when I would come from someplace else. Visit here.
To the turn. I'd like to thank everyone who joined us today at Epcot. We have a great day of magic and discovery. Fun exit to park. Follow those big white arrows on the ground. They'll lead you out to our one and only exit out. We'll make 2 stops. First stop, Journey Amaze. Second stop, Discover and Create. And driver close to the turn. On exit to park, all those big white arrows on the ground. They'll lead you out to our one and only exit out of the park. First stop coming up is Journey and Amaze. Journey is on the left, 1 to 10. Amaze on the right, 26 to 38. Includes all medical and preferred parking. There you go, folks. Anyone for Journey or Amaze? First stop, Journey Amaze. All right, sit back and hold tight. Driver, we are clear to dispatch. Approaching our next stop is our Create parking lot. See if our Create will be on the driver's right-hand side. Create, driver's right-hand side.